This is Father Dominic Holtz coming to you from Rome, Italy, with a word of hope for Thursday of the 27th week in Ordinary Time, the memorial of St. Louis Bertrand. Children, if they're raised well at all, have to learn a lesson early on, and that's, to quote the Rolling Stones, that they can't always get what they want. Certainly, they don't always get what they ask for. Now, the Gospel, however, tells us to ask and we shall receive, and Jesus compares this to what a good father would do for his children, and that seems a little confused. Good parents often say no to their children. It may be that what the child wants is bad for him. It might be that what the child wants is beyond the reach of the parents to pay for. Sometimes parents also don't really know the hearts of their children. They get them something, but it's not really what they asked for. There are lots of reasons, then, why parents won't give a child what he asks for. So why does Jesus say this is the right thing? Well, we need to be attentive. Jesus doesn't say, ask and you will receive exactly what you asked for. He doesn't say, knock and the door you are knocking on will be opened. He, in fact, tells us, however, that we will always receive, that doors will always be opened for us when we knock. And that's because God isn't limited like human parents are. He does know our hearts. He does know what it is we truly desire. And He does know what is good for us. That's why a bad lesson that children often learn is the lesson to just really not ask for what they want, to hold back. They've learned that their parents sometimes say no, and maybe a well-behaved child thinks that he's just not allowed to have the things he wants. He needs to manage his hopes, manage his expectations. But that can produce, as we call them, pusillanimous people, people of timid or small souls. And the Gospel today is telling us precisely that that's not how we should be. We certainly shouldn't be that way with God. Jesus wants us to be bold in our asking, bold in our knocking, bold in our seeking. Not timid, but courageous, to let God know what it truly is that we want, to seek those things that we know will help us. That, of course, is the case with our great saint today, Louis Bertrand. He wasn't one of the greatest intellects of the order. He was bright enough, but he was sent off to the Americas. And there, although he had certainly preached to do well, he was given miraculous gifts. When he spoke his native Castilian, the native peoples, would hear it in their own language. His devotion to the Blessed Mother was able to raise a child from the dead through the power of the Rosary. Now, none of those things are what Louis Bertrand asked for, but he was not timid in asking for the graces to be successful on his mission. So, brothers and sisters, let's not be timid. Let's follow the example of Louis Bertrand and pray for the gifts and graces that we need to help bring about the kingdom, and know that our Father will give us what we need. And that, my brothers and sisters, is a word of hope.